Check. Hello, good evening. This is the second live stream of the month. That typically means that we are going to play a game. And this month, since it's October, Halloween, we're going to play Deth Wizards. So this is a miniature skirmish game where you basically, you're the bad guy. You get to control the evil necromancer in the land of Deth. And you can do solo campaign, co-op campaign, and versus. But when you're doing the campaign and stuff, you're basically the bad, evil wizard going against the heroes of Deth. And it's set up so the campaign gets progressively stronger and stronger, and it's got some other cool things in there. But this is like basically my first time playing this game, and we will go through everything as a first timer, learning it, everything like that. So bear with me. We'll get through it. Should have lots of fun. This game is made by Snarling Badger Studios. If you don't know, that's Adam Loper and Vincent Ventrella. And yeah, I'm excited to play. I've already got my guy set up. There's multiple different kinds of necromancers you can play. So I'll kind of go through all that. Adjust my camera a little bit. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do solo campaign. We're gonna do the first mission. And I've already got my wizard made out. So I went with what's called a Dread Horde Master. Dread Horde Master. You might be able to discern what my guy does just with that name, but I will explain. He basically controls large amounts of very weak undead. So zombies, skeletons, stuff like that. And I basically go by numbers rather than strong hitting things. I've got special abilities, I've got necromantic powers here, and then I've got a sheet with all my minions. I've got a wight, a skeleton archer, and 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies. So that is my build right now. Hopefully it works well. Hopefully I don't get owned. But essentially, when you're building your necromancer, you get the starting abilities and stats, plus you can choose from a few different variations. So there's 3 different base stat sets, all offer kind of different ways to play. So based on what necromancer you want to play, one of these stat bases is going to be best for your necromancer. Go through, and then next you pick your legacy. I picked the Dreadhorde Master. Gives you a unique necromantic power minus corpse bomb. So basically I blow up an undead that I control, and then it damages people within 5 inches, I believe, something like that. And then we do the minions, which I already talked about, and then my powers. So it looks like my powers are kind of defensive. I've got a dark shield, a restore energy, a reanimate to lift dead people back up, destroyed ones, and then grasping tendrils to slow people down. And then I do have one that looks like an offensive negative bolt. And then you set up like a layer. So your necromancer will have a layer that he goes back to at the end of play. And you can pick different kinds that do different things for your type of necromancer. So I picked a cave basically. And it allows me to have a higher number of undead when I level it up. And then layers matter because post-game sometimes you can get attacked by the heroes who've gone out to look for you and stuff like that. But basically, during that part, you're not really at the lair. They've attacked it while you were away, sort of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll slowly go through the activations and stuff here too. So, at the start of each turn, all necromancers gain 3 necromantic energy. If this is a story game, which this is, then the player will activate first, alternating between the player, myself, and the heroes according to the hero AI given for the hero. So yeah, on the solo mode, there's a AI function within this book that allows the heroes to take turns and stuff like that. Each time the heroes activate, 2 heroes activate per player participating in the scenario. Each time a player activates, they may activate up to 4 rating worth of undead. So what that means is each undead I have has a rating, and that rating goes up based on what looks like strength and higher stats. So since mine are pretty small, I can activate quite a bit. All my undead have ratings of 1, except for my white has a rating of 2. And I can't have anything higher than a rating of 2 as an undead minion. So I can activate up to 4 rating worth of undead. And that can be a combination of whatever. My white with a rating of 2, and then 2 zombies, and then my 4 zombies for a rating of 4. But you must activate at least 4 rating worth of undead if it's possible. If it is not, you may activate less than 4 rating of undead, but must activate as close to 4 rating worth as possible. In addition, each time you activate, so each time I activate, you may also activate your necromancer. Your necromancer will thus activate multiple times per turn, whereas your undead cannot activate multiple times per turn. Per turn until you have activated all your necromantic minions at least once. You may activate your undead and your necromancer in any order, including alternating part of your 4 rating worth of undead and your necromancer. Your necromancer will always activate at least twice each round, even if you have less than 4 rating worth of undead remaining. This activation will follow the normal rules of activation order outlined above. It's pretty straightforward. When you activate your necromancer or necromantic minions, you may move that model up to its total move distance in inches. That model may also take up to 1 action. Heroes will follow their AI when they activate. A model may choose any of the following actions when it activates. So minions basically get attack, move, and if they have a special, they can do that. Necromancers, it's pretty much the same. Attack, move, but it's use necromantic power. And then hero actions, that's determined by the hero AI. There's movement, climbing, jumping, flying, if you have ghosts, teleportation, stuff like that. And this game largely uses D10s, I believe. Yeah, I think it's 10 D10s. That's somewhere in here. Here it is. What you need to play. So the map is typically 22 inches by 30. 3 to 7 miniatures for each necromancer's horde to start, with the potential to go up to 15. 10 to 15 total miniatures representing enemy heroes. I mean, that's a lot, especially for this first turn. But that's like if you had everybody possible on the board. 5 to 10 pieces of terrain, also a lot. So if you had these numbers to the max, you'd be set for the entire campaign, pretty much. 6-sided dice, you need at least 10, and then 10-sided dice, you need at least 10. Tape measure in a complete play roster, which I have. Okay. So I'm going to grab my dice quick. I got these die here. D10s. It'd be cool if I had one color of all D10s. Right now I just have them separated. I think we'll have different sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Come on. One more. Alright, I'm just gonna use a percentage die for the last one. Whatever. All my stuff is written in pencil too, so I can change stats and whatnot. Ruler or tape measure. Got one of those. I guess I'll need miniatures. Show you guys my miniature collection. Take you off the stand here. So here's all my miniatures. It's not too bad. Got a lot of stuff in here. So this is gonna be my necromancer. That guy looks cool. Let's do some undead zombies. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I need a skeleton archer. Oh, look at that. Look at that bad boy. And a white. I don't know if I actually have one. Might just grab one that looks kind of crazy. Let's see. This guy looks like a ghost, but I think I want to use him for my white. My white with an H. Okay, that should be good. And then when we determine what heroes we need, I'll come back and grab those. Oh, you got anybody down here that would work better? I don't think so. Right. I got two of these in here. The one that's not open is sci-fi, and the one you just saw me grab miniatures out of is obviously fantasy. So. Alright, I got my guys. Alright, let's jump to the campaign. I'm going to have to bop back and forth between this rule book. This is my first time, just a reminder, playing this game, so bear with me. Okay, so this is the first scenario. Story scenarios. They have a difficulty, players, the number of players that should participate in playing it. It gives you terrain, heroes, victory conditions, rewards, and then advanced rules if you want it to be harder. And then it provides a little map for you to check out. So this is the first one here. And it does a nice job of breaking it up into quadrants here. You know, like it has my deployment zone, it has the length, 5 inches, 8 inches, 6'3". And then it has where you set up other pieces of terrain that it's called for on the board in the hero deployment zone when they come out. And I believe some campaigns you roll for what shows up in the as terrain. But this one's pretty straightforward. So, first one is called Assault a Village. You've led your forces to a midnight raid on an unsuspected village. If all goes well, by morning your horde will swell with the bodies of fallen townsfolk. Difficulty is 7. I think the hardest is 15, so this is less than half of the hardest one. Players required 1 to 2, so that's perfect. Terrain, set up 3 village houses in table quarter 4, as per the map below. All other table quarters are randomly generated. Okay, so we do randomly generate some stuff here. So, basically kitty corner for deployment zone. So I'm going to deploy my guys over here. Hero deployment will be over here. I'm not going to measure out the measurements here. I don't want to take it that seriously, but I need 3 houses for where the heroes deploy from. So I have some old school D&D houses I can lay out. And let's see. Just for funsies. Switch it up a bit. Alright. These are probably a little big, but that's okay. So we're going to want one house here. Another here. This is what it looks like. And then another one here. These are made out of cardboard, popsicle sticks, those really thin foam sheets you can get from Walmart, and hot glue, I believe. I did early days of 3D printing. This is pre-COVID 3D printing, resin printing, okay? Custom made doors here. So there is some 3D printing on here. It's pretty cool. Ancient relic. These things are super old. All other table quarters are randomly generated. Okay, so let's see. We'll go to the terrain generation page. Determine terrain. Each scenario will list any specific terrain required for that scenario for all quadrants. For all quarters of the game board where no terrain is specified by the scenario, you will roll on the table below. Roll once for each table quarter that does not have any terrain specified by the scenario you chose, and set up the terrain accordingly. As always, when it comes to the specified terrain or the terrain rolled on the table below, you can always substitute or place whatever terrain you have available. It's your game, and since the story play missions are meant to be played solo or co-op, you and your friends may create whatever game space you find compelling, using whatever terrain you have at your disposal. Sweet! Okay, first roll, it's a D6 table, so we'll do that. And we'll just do this space down here first. So 4, that brings us down to forests or houses. And then we roll a D6 again. That's a 5. 4 through 6 is 1d3 houses. So I'm going to scoot this a little bit. 1d3 houses. Okay, so that's a D6 divided by 2. Round up. A 6. So 3 more houses. Holy moly. It's truly a village. Good thing I got more cardboard houses. Spacing out a little bit better. They're a wee bit big. These ones are right next to each other. A little leeway. I got big hands. I need to be able to get in there. We'll do the one that I'm starting in. Okay, D6, 3, crags and pools. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what a crag is. I feel like that's like something with the ground, but we'll see. Hopefully I get pools. 5. The 4 to 6 is 1d3 pools. Okay. Let's see. All right. I've decided we're not doing pools. We'll do some hedge stones. How's that? The game said I could, so that's what I'm doing. Last one over there. 1. Forest and pools. Okay. We skipped pools last time. I'm skipping them this time. I'm just going to do forest. So that means some trees. See how many trees? We'll do 1d3 trees. That is 1 tree. Oh, look at this. God, some of the stuff I have. The terrain I have is so old. And there's a tree. Look at that. How's that set up? It's not too bad, huh? Sweet. All right. Go back to the scenario. Okay, heroes. 1d3 plus 1, rating 2 warriors. Okay, so at least 1 for sure. Well, at least 2 for sure. 3. Rounded up is 2. So 2 plus 1, that's 3 warriors is what we'll have. I'm going to go grab those now. Try to find ones that are colored and painted. One, 2, 3. Perfect. Got these guys. This is a colored printed mini. Looks amazing. This is our cleric from our 6-year run D&D campaign. And this is a WizKids Northlands fighter. So those 3 will be our warriors. And then 3 villagers per player. 1 player, so that's 3 villagers. 1, 2, and let's see. Oh, this is good. 3. Got these guys here. Okay, my 3 villagers. Victory conditions. Here, let's deploy our guys first. So I think this one I'll try to measure and see if it works. 3 and 2. By the way, I'm doing it. I got squares that are all 1 inches, so. 1 inches. Yep, I said that. Some villagers. They're going to naturally be behind the heroes, right? I think so. And then I will deploy from my zone. So 3 inches in at least. Right there. How that? Well, this guy's 3 inches. There we go. Okay, victory condition. This scenario lasts 5 rounds. Necromancers are victorious if, at any time during the game, all the heroes have been killed. If all the heroes are not killed by the end of the 5th turn, the Necromancer fails. Okay. My rewards. So, each Necromancer may add 1 additional skeleton or zombie to their horde if they're allowed to recruit that type of undead. Okay, awesome. Alternatively, you may choose that your Necromancer gains a +1 bonus to the roll when rolling to raise new undead in the post-game process following this scenario. If you play this scenario advanced, you also gain a +1 bonus to the roll when restoring minions during the post-game process. I am not doing advanced, so that is that. Okay, so there's nothing left for that scenario. What I'm going to do is I want to mark. So this is the page with the warrior and the village AI. So we'll do that. So I can flip back to it quickly. And then there's an activation rank order. Villagers always last, and I only have warriors, so we're good there. Warriors always going to go first for activation. Okay. Story activation steps. 1. Each player gains 3 necromantic energy. Where'd my pencil go? Okay. So these are my minions. These are my spells. Necromantic energy. Let's see here. 17, so I start with 17 plus 3, that gives me 20. All players who are participating have the first activation, unless the scenario specifies otherwise. Each player may activate up to 4 rating of undead on their necromancer. Okay? So, I want to keep my white next to me because I get a bonus. He has special abilities if I get attacked and he's next to me. So he's going to stay by me. I'm just going to move my And my archer obviously is going to stay in the back. So my zombies are going to move forward. Movement is 4. 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And then my necromancer gets to move, or gets to activate. His movement is 6. So my corpse bomb, it costs 5 necromantic energy. The range is a special target. So one undead that I control that I can see. So it doesn't matter how far away. I roll a d10 equal to the undead's durability. Compare results to the defense of all creatures 3 inches away from undead. Suffer damage equal or exceeding those results against the defense. Okay. What? Alright, hold on. My special ability. Now I'm getting thrown off. Increase the maximum rating of undead you may bring to any scenario by 4. Increase, i.e., increase the maximum allowed total rating of undead from 15 to 19. However, the Dreadmaster Horde is prohibited from starting with or ever recruiting any undead with a rating greater than 2. Does that mean... Okay, that means I get... So I'm going to get 4 more zombies. Okay, I don't want to set all that up, so I'm just going to leave with what I have. Okay, I'm going to move. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, their activation is done. Now I go to the heroes. 2 activate each turn per player. And now I will go to their movement is 6. They have a special riposte. Whenever the warrior suffers damage from an offensive attack from an attacker within 1 inch, the attacker suffers 1 damage for each natural 1 rolled by the attacker. Special defensive specialist. This model increases his defense by 2 whenever there is only a single enemy within 1 inch of this model. Oh, okay. So when it goes to doing actions, I roll a d10. Whenever the warrior activates, it'll take whatever action is rolled. If the action is impossible, the warrior will default to defensive stance. Okay. Okay. That looks like what's going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they're both in defensive stance. I'm not even going to roll. The warrior does not move and gains a +1 bonus to defense, max 10. Until the end of turn. Okay. Alright, now it comes back to my turn. Boop, boop. Get another pencil. Gotta stop at the library and grab some bookmarks. 2 heroes per player participating will activate accordingly to the hero AI. All players will then activate up to 4 rating of undead and their necromancer. Okay. The next heroes will activate, and then we just repeat that. Play repeats in that order until all minions and heroes have activated during that turn. Okay. So, it's my turn again. If I lose this, it's because I didn't take the extra 4 zombies that I thought that I should have taken. So I'm going to say that right now. Okay, my necromancer is like stuck in place. My skeleton, movement of 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By the time they get over here, zombies are going to be in front of him. I think he's good. My white is 6 also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Okay. So, let's see. Line of sight. Got it. This is probably too far. Ooh, just too far. 19 inches away. Dang it. Okay. My negative bolt is 18 inches, so I just missed being able to do that. What? Okay. I'm gonna use energy infusion on one minion, this guy here, and that allows him to move their movement speed or 6 inches, whichever is lowest. So that would be 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that'll allow me to move some. And that takes 2 necromantic energy, so I'm back down to 18. Oh. Okay, sorry. There's a remaining spot here. 18. Okay. And now I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I've activated all my guys. I go back to the heroes. Warrior goes first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then a villager is going to go. Movement 5. So only one villager. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Come back to my turn. Nobody but my necromancer can activate. 1, 2. Alright, this dude's getting bolted. Negative bolt, 18 inches is what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, either one of them. Okay, I'm going to go with the guy with the shield. And then negative bolt him. Alright, let's see how this pans out. Necromancer powers. Choose a target within range. Did it. If the power has power dice, then the necromancer rolls a number of d10s as directed by the power. Negative bolt. Cost is 3. Okay, so I'm down to 15. Range is 18. Power dice, 4d10. 1 success deals... that seems like a lot. Okay. Number of D10s is directed by the power and add any modifiers. If the power does not utilize power dice, proceed to step 5. Okay, it does. So, step 3, if the necromancer has the ability to re-roll any dice, they may do so. Each dice, after modifiers, that equals or exceeds the resistance of the target is a success. Okay, and this says... I gotta check that. That seems like a lot of damage. It says a success does 1d10 damage. That seems like a lot. So I'm gonna check it. If the necromancer achieves at least 1 success, the target suffers, 1d10 damage. If the necromancer achieves at least 3 successes, the target suffers an additional 1d6 damage. If this damage kills or destroys its target, the necromancer gains 3 necromantic energy back. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. 4d10, and I need to beat his resistance. This guy's resistance is 5. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 2 of them were successful. So at least one went through. He'll take 1d10 damage. 7 damage. He'll take... And he has 10 plus 3 per rating. So that would be 16. All right. Let me give myself a piece of paper here. Warrior, shield, HP, had 16, took 7, so he's got 9. Warrior, Axe, HP is 16. Warrior Dwarf. HP is also 16. Villager. Royal. Let's check out the villager's health here quick. Durability is just straight up 8. Okay. Okay, so they're all going to be 8. Perk base. HP is 8. And then villager. I'm not even going to name this one because it's the only one left, so no. HP is 8. Alright. Okay, so the last two will move. Movement is 6 or 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's turn 1. Okay, I'm on turn 2. Alright. Time to form a line, gentlemen. Actually, my archer is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. That's got to be enough. 15 inches is what I'm looking for. Oh yeah. Okay. He's good there. So that's a rating of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do I get to move and attack? I feel like I should get to attack too, right? That's what I've been doing. Whenever you activate, you can move the model to its total move distances. And then I can take up to 1 action. So I'll attack with my archer. My offense is ranged 15 inches. So not all enemies are kind enough to walk up to your necromantic minions and allow themselves to be attacked. Some even have the audacity to run and hide in an attempt to preserve their pointless life. It is at this point that the range of attacks in necromantic powers matter. All necromantic minions and heroes have a range within which their attacks can be made. If the offensive stat lists a number, like the archer has 15 next to his offense stat, that is the maximum distance for an attack made by that model. If the offense stat does not have a listed range, then it's only 1 inch, so right next to him. To attack a model, the base of the enemy model must be within that range, which it is. Alright, so attacks deal damage for each modified d10 that equal or exceed the target's defense. Okay. So I roll 3d10 because my offense is 3 for the archer, and I need to beat his the target's defense. So this is the same guy I already hit. His defense is 3 plus 1 per rating. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 or higher. Wait, I need to beat or match? Equals or exceeds. Okay. 2 of them did. Okay. Each time damage is dealt, the necromantic minion or hero reduces their durability by an amount equal to the damage dealt. Minus attacks deal damage for each modified d10 that you... Okay, so it's 2. 2 damage. Alright. So he's at 7. So cross it out. We'll go to 7. Dude's gonna go down before he even gets to us. Alright. Going to the hero's activation. Movement 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Within 1 inch. Within 1 inch. Okay. So they can't do anything still. But they have defensive stance, so they get a +1 bonus to their defense, which, good thing I shot them already. Comes back to my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, range is 18. Okay. I'm going to try this. Grasping tendrils. Up to 3 enemies within 18 inches that I can see. No, I'm not going to. It wouldn't make any sense. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. Going negative bolt again. So it's another 3. $12 necromantic energy remaining. 4d10. And I need to beat a 5. 1 went through. That is horse shit. Okay, that's okay. It still does the same amount of damage. Well, 5 damage. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. He's got 2 health left. He's hurting. I picture his skin like withering down and kind of shrinking into his armor, slowing down. Okay. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're coming. All right. I can't activate any more of my minions on my turn. They've all done it. They can only do it once. So it's just my necromancer that activates. Okay. I'm going to do negative bolt again, but hopefully it kills him. Because then I'll just get the necromantic power back. So hopefully 1 goes through at least. Okay, 2 go through, but there's still just 1d10 of damage. Okay, 2 or more damage. Come on. 4 damage. Okay, he's dead. Okay, he's out. I get my 3 necromantic energy back. Bam. Sweet. And I'm going to leave him on the battlefield. I don't know if I can reanimate him or not. I think I can. Reanimate. Select destroyed. Oh, destroyed undead. Okay, never mind. Whatever. I'll leave him on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, they're coming in hard. Okay, that is round 2. Round 3. I've got 3 rounds left to kill everybody else. It took me 2 rounds to kill 1 guy. Alright. Here we go. Undead. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's them. Go to the heroes. 1 is dead, so I can activate the 2 right now. Okay. So, if I were this warrior, I would definitely move 1 inch to be 1 inch away because he does more stuff that way. His defense is up to 2. Increased by 2 because there's only 1 single model within 1 inch of him. Now I roll d10 to see what he does. And he's within range now, so he's not just going to do defensive stance. A 10. Nice. Double strike. He's going to smoke this undead. Okay. The warrior will attack the nearest enemy, making 2 offensive attacks. If there's no enemy within 1 inch, it will move its full move to the nearest enemy and make 2 offensive attacks. If it cannot move and attack such an enemy, it will move and then use its action to move toward the closest enemy. Right? 2 offensive attacks. Okay, here we go. Not sounding good for this zomboy. So his offense is 5. Okay. 3. No, it's 6. Damn. That's going to be brutal. Each one that is above zombie's defense is 3. Ugh. Equal or above 3 is a damage. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 6 are damage. 5 damage. Okay, so that knocks durability down to 5. So I have 10 durability. This durability is decent, I think. I don't know, maybe not. Okay, his second offensive attack. Oh, man. Got a crit. You got a crit. Not good. Let's see what happens. Critical hits. When making an attack, all unmodified rolls of 10 on the D10 are considered critical hits and deal 1 additional damage, usually 2, instead of only 1. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. That's a dead zombie. He does have a special that if he goes to 0 durability without there being a crit included, he goes to 1, but there was a crit included. He is down. Damn. Dude, smoked my guy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See what happens. An 8. Whirlwind strike. The warrior makes an attack against all enemies within 1 inch. If no enemies within 1 inch, it will move up to its full move to the nearest enemy and then attack all enemies within 1 inch. If it cannot move and attack such an enemy, it will move and then use its action to move toward the closest enemy. Just basic. There's not a lot of enemies around him, so I mean it's not that bad. It's just one guy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 damage. No crits. Nice. Not bad. This one's at 0. So this one's at 7. Okay. Comes back to me. Oh man, that stinks. We're gonna go there for sure. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, his +2 to defense is gone. I'm gonna attack this guy with my offense. On my white. If I get a crit, I gotta look at his specials. Crit would be awesome. Whenever this model scores a critical hit, the damage for that roll is a 3 instead of a 2. Alright. Come on. Normal defense, so 5. 5 and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet. Good enough. 4 damage. Got another one. That's nice. He's down to 12. Ooh, I don't know, man. Let's see. I'm gonna 1, 2. Okay. And I'm gonna shoot the dwarf. So that's 3. I need a 5 and up. Ah, oh, nothing, man. Come on. Okay, that's a bummer. Alright. I'm going negative bolt again. Dwarf. 4. It's 5 and up. Ooh, 9. 5 and up. I got 3 successes. That means it does an extra d6 of damage. Okay? 6 and 2. That's 8 damage. Nice. He's down to 4 health. And I'm going to stick back. That's... Go back down to 9 necromantic power. Okay, villagers go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my necromancer can go again. Okay, I think I'm going to do grasping tendrils on my next turn. What does slowed mean? Let's check out what slowed means. Conditions, slowed, reduced by 2. Okay, that kind of helps a little bit. Alright. I'm going to do negative bolt on the dwarf again. 5 and up is a success. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1d10 and 1d6 is the damage. 3 and 4 is 7. It's dead. Okay. Dwarf is dead. And I stay at 9 necromantic power because I get the 3 back after if I kill him. And then one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's the end of the round. Round 4. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. How much health does the villager have? Durability 8. Oh boy. Alright, let's see here. Alright. It is time to swarm this dude. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, this guy's getting hit by all these dudes. That's 3. I'm gonna also shoot him with my archer. I'll do the archer first. So defensive 5. 5 and up. Hits. A 10, that's a crit, that's 2 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 damage to him. That leaves him at 12. We got zombies. Do this one down here first. 5 and up's a hit. Crit. 1, 2. Ooh. Okay, so whenever the warrior suffers damage from an offensive attack from an attacker within 1 inch, the attacker suffers 1 damage for each natural 1 rolled by the attacker. I rolled 2 natural 1s. So that would be 8 durability left on that one. And then 2 damage on the guy. Brings him down to 10. I'll do the next zombie. 1, 2 damage. Down to 8. That'll be the white. Sweet, I got some crits here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So 3 damage. He's got 5 health left. He went down. He's going down pretty quick. Alright. That's that activation. So the warrior's gonna activate first. He's going to hope that he gets Whirlwind. So if it's a 6, 7, or 8, it's Whirlwind Strike, which could be bad. A 1. Does not move. Gains a +1 bonus to defense. What a sucker. Okay. Everybody's already attacked him. Sucks to be sucking. Okay, and then I'll do this villager back here. That's the purple base villager. Let's see. 1. Getting a 1 would be funny. 2. Get him! The villager will attack the nearest enemy it can see. If there is no enemy within range, it'll move up to 5 inches and then make an attack against the nearest enemy it can see. If it cannot move and attack such an enemy, it will move and then use its action to move towards the closest enemy, ending within 3 inches of another villager if possible. Okay. So I am close enough, he will attack. However, the villager gains a +1 bonus to offense for each other villager within 3 inches of him. So that's a +2, because there's 2 other villagers next to him. That's a 5. To durability, defensive 3, so 3 and higher. That's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. This guy, he's got 2 health left. Okay. And that's their activation. I am going to move this guy just because I'm going to move this one in. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll have him attack. That's 2 9s. That's enough for 2 damage at least. So he's down to 3. And then I'm really hesitant to. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, I'm going to do negative bolt again. To the warrior. Hopefully I can take him out. He's got 3 health left. Oh boy. 3 went through. Okay, so 1d10 plus a d6 of damage. 3, 9 damage. He's dead. Booyah. I keep my necromantic energy. And then this last guy, he's gonna come in. I'm gonna have to move this. These dead dudes. It's like a pile up. Realistically, he'd go to the other side to get the bonus. So he gets +2. That's 5. 3 and up hits. 1, 2, 3. And I have 2 health left on that guy. He's dead. Okay. And this guy too. So it was right there. Alright, last round. Oh my gosh, I gotta kill all these guys. Okay. Moving this guy. Moving this guy, I'm going to attack the royalty guy. It's 4 offense, and their defense is 3, so 3's and up hits. 1, 2, a crit. 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. So he's got 2 health left. 3 and up hits. 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's dead. that guy. It's 3 offense, 3 and up hits. Oh, yuck. Nothing. And then I'll do my archer. 3 also. 1, 2, 3. 3 damage to the purple base. So that puts me at 5. Alright. Necromancer time. I'm gonna do Corpse Explode on this lady. So what I do is Corpse Bomb, cost 5. Special range, that lady. 1 undead you control, you can see. Roll 1d10, or roll d10 equal to the undead's durability. Her durability is still 10. So 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll those, compare the results to the defense of all creatures 3 inches away from that undead. Suffer damage equal to or exceeding those results against their defense. Okay. It'll be 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, that sucks. 6. Purple base is dead. The other one is at 2 health. That zombie is dead. This one's dead too. Dead. This one's at 2. Is at 8. Gone. Okay, I got 1 villager left. 2 health. Might have it here. Might have it. I've not been watching chat. Sorry, I can't see chat from way over there. I don't have my glasses on. Okay, where was I? Villager's turn. So, I think I roll first. I don't know. 5. Get him! Okay, so he moves. He's gonna go after the zombie. Because that's the best chance he's got to kill something. No bonuses. He's got offensive 3 though. So we'll see. 3 and up hits. He got a crit. He killed that zombie. Bam, dead. Nice, man. He's putting up a fight. Okay. This is my last activation. I have to kill this dude with my necromancer in 1 hit. And I'm going to do negative bolt. It takes... I have 4 energy left. Takes 3. Unless if I kill him. You get 4d6. His resist is 4. So 4 and up is good. Crit. Okay. 2, 3. Okay, so 1d10 of damage plus 1d6 of damage. I need at least 2 damage, so this guy's dead for sure. 10 damage. Dead. A 1! Woo! Alright. Let's see here. Let's go to endgame. Okay, so I may add one additional skeleton or zombie to their horde. That's what I'm going to do because my guy is a horde master. So I'm going to add one additional. So let's see, is post game at the end of this book or no? Post game process. All right. Ooh, my old man knees. Once the battle has been completed, you must retreat to your lair and determine the spoils of war. Battle can be destructive, however, depleting your undead ranks and causing injury to your physical form. Your lair is where you will determine which of your undead can be saved and reconstituted, and which are little more than gristle to feed the hellhounds. In the post-game process, you will determine the disposition of all undead that were removed from play, gain advancements as a necromancer, potentially create or recruit new minions, and unlock new necromantic powers. Each mission will give you a chance to expand your lair as you accumulate more power and minions at your disposal. Process. Once you have completed your game, whether a story or skirmish mission, you will complete the post-game process following the steps below in order and update your horde roster accordingly. An important note is that undead do not grow or change over time. Your zombie will always be a zombie. It does not learn, evolve, or improve. You will gain new undead and may change the horde you bring to battle as you expand your force, but the undead themselves will always remain as they are for the most part. On the other hand, your necromancer is an immortal being capable of learning, changing, and adapting. They will gain experience that can be spent on additional powers and capabilities over time as they build their horde and personal power. Post-game process. Number 1, restore minions. Restoring minions. Your first step after the battle is completed is to determine which of your minions can be rebuilt or reconstituted. Truly bringing a living being back to life is nearly impossible, but restoring undead is often just a matter of time, expertise, and a little necromantic energy. Some undead, however, become too damaged, decayed, and degraded to be of any value, and now remain little more than dust. For each necromantic minion that was destroyed during the battle, roll once on the table below and apply the result. Okay, so all my zombies are destroyed. One by my own doing. Yeah, sorry for killing your guy, Joe. Results, D10 roll. We'll just go one by one. 7. Restoration. The model is fully restored without change. Nice. A 1. Unrecoverable. The necromantic minion is lost and removed from your roster. Wah, wah, wah. That guy's down. Okay. 5. Restoration. 10. Upgrade. Somehow the necromantic minion has been improved. Increase a single stat of your choice by 1. Nice. Which stat? Let's do offense. Now has 4 attacks. Sweet. Okay. That's cool. Retire minions. You're only capable of controlling so many undead, and sometimes some undead may become too damaged or decayed to be of value. After you have rolled to restore your minions, you may choose to retire any necromantic minion from your roster. Your necromancer simply snuffs them out and may recruit and control additional undead in their place in the future. When you retire a necromantic minion, it is removed from your horde and your roster. Why would I retire a necromantic minion? Game designer notes on the side, very useful. So as you grow your horde, you'll eventually reach the maximum of undead that your lair can support. Some of your undead may be damaged or depleted and best replaced. Perhaps you just want to try some new necromantic minions. In any case, retiring your necromantic minion creates the space in your horde to add new creations. Okay. Okay, so if I rolled a 4, it reduces a stat. So that would be when they're no good anymore, they're starting to decay. Because otherwise they come back fully restored. So I don't know why you get rid of an undead that's fully restored, besides wanting a different kind of undead. Raising new undead. This is step 3. Once you have determined the disposition of your existing horde, your next step is to try to create additional minions to serve your will. The creation of undead can be a fickle art. It is not always successful, and the more complicated the undead, the longer it takes and the harder it is to guarantee success. It often requires many failures before a successful minion is created. After each battle, you may attempt to create one additional undead. To do so, you must first choose the type of undead you are attempting to create. I get one anyways for winning that battle. And it's going to be a zombie, because zombies, duh. Okay, so you choose a type. First, choose a type of undead you are attempting to recruit. I'm going to attempt to recruit another zombie. Duh. I gotta have hordes, man. Roll a d6, and if I roll greater than the rate of the undead, which is a 1, it's a success. So I get to add it to my roster. Oh, okay. 6. Nice. It's about the necromancer gains a +1 bonus to this roll for each time they've failed in prior post-game processes since the last successfully created undead. If this roll fails, you have failed to raise any new undead, and may not add any additional undead to your roster before your next game. Maximum impedimenta. Okay. I think I'm good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I got 9. Raising heroes. If you've completed a story mission and have successfully destroyed one or more heroes, you may attempt to raise those heroes into your eternal servitude instead of raising any other undead. Raising heroes is more complicated, as they are powerful beings whose souls are well guarded against dark magic. To raise a hero into your service, you must first select one of the destroyed heroes. Roll a d10. On a 9+, the hero is successfully raised as an undead into your service. The new undead utilizes the stats presented on page 63. What is that? What? paladin? But its type changes from hero to one of the 4 types of undead. Feeder, Rattler, Shambler, or Spirit, your choice. It retains all of its printed special abilities but loses its AI actions. It may still attack using its offense as a normal, and you direct the new necromantic just as you would any other hero or undead in your control. They retain their rating they had as a hero. This roll receives the same bonus to the roll based on previous failures as per raising new undead above. If you fail this roll, the undead is not created. This counts as your 1 attempt in the post game. If you wish to try again to raise a hero, you must go and gather more fresh offerings from new story scenarios. Okay, I don't want to roll for a hero. I'm gonna take my zombie, but just so we can see, I'm gonna roll 9 or 10 and I get the hero, but not really. A 1, okay. I made the right choice. Listen to your gut, people. Next step, gain experience. This is for the Necromancer only. The next step in the post-game process is to total the experience gained by your Necromancer. Follow the notes below and sum the individual items achieved to determine the total experience earned. Skirmish, no, we don't need to do that. Story, all heroes are destroyed by the end of turn 3. That did not happen. Villagers are considered heroes. Skirmish and story. Necromancer achieves victory. Only applicable in skirmish play or if the difficulty of the story mission is equal to or greater than your rating. What is my rating? I don't know what my rating is. Necromancer has at least 4 ratings worth of undead remaining at the end of scenario. I had 1. Oh no, I did not. No, I did not. Necromancer personally destroys 2 or more heroes. That I definitely did do. Necromancer personally destroys 4 or more heroes. Or rating. That I did too. Greater than my rating. Okay, so I'll take the 2. Spend experience. This is for your Necromancer only. Once you've determined how much experience your Necromancer has earned for their most recent excursion, you may then spend that experience to gain additional abilities, learn new necromantic powers, and improve your stats. You do not have to spend all or any of your experience after any given scenario. You may instead simply add the amount to your total and save it to purchase more expensive upgrades after future battles. The list below shows the available advancements and improvements available to your Necromancer. I can't get anything anyways. I cannot get anything. Body of bugs? What? Born to die, Death Crafter, Death Rattle, Destructive Power, Energy Push, Blood Gorger, Bane of Faithful, Aura of Weakness. Okay. Layer expansion. As your Necromancer builds their power in their horde, they'll also be increasing their capabilities of their layer. Layers are expanded through impedimenta. These are additional capabilities covering everything from fungal gardens for growing poisons to research laboratories where you create more dangerous undead. Expanding your layer. For every 2 scenarios, okay. Not going to go through that. I've only done 1 scenario, so. Layer assaults. As you complete story missions and rampage across the countryside in your quest for power, heroes will inevitably rise up to try to destroy you. Heroes will seek you out and invade your lair, looking to destroy your minions and claim your treasures. Once you have completed all steps in the post-game process, your final step is to determine if do-gooder heroes invade your lair before your next excursion. To determine if your lair is assaulted, roll a d10. I got a 2. And add the number of story missions you have completed since your lair was last assaulted. 1. If the total of the roll is 11 or higher, then heroes assault your lair. Boop, boop, boop. We got rule summaries in the back. Alright, well, what time is it? 9:57, right on the dot. Look at that 2-hour stream. We played 1 game of Deth Wizards, solo campaign. It was pretty fun. I'm excited to play some more. I think next time I'll probably play the next scenario, even though it won't be Halloween, but that's it for tonight. I'm going to wrap up, close the stream out. Anybody that stayed and watched, thanks for watching. We'll be doing more of this. Our next stream will be hobby related, so I'll probably be painting miniatures or building some terrain. Subscribe if you liked watching. I know it's kind of a slog. You know, this is my first time playing really, but appreciate you being here. Share the video, like it, do all the things to make the video a thing. We'll see you next time.